Yo, yo, yo. Welcome to FKU Africa Podcast. This is your host, Maneza F8, coming to you here in Worcester, just outside Cape Town, the city of Cape Town, the city of the motherland, man. So, yeah, we are here back again with episode 43, I think, or 42. Yeah, just about that, man. I'm thankful for the previous episodes. They have been great. You guys have been um, participating, viewing the episode. We've been hitting the lowest numbers now because we have been quiet for a while, so we lost a little bit of momentum. So I know we're gonna pick up. I know you guys are gonna start viewing and sharing to your friends, so that we can get the numbers going. So don't forget to subscribe as well because I see that subscription numbers are going up a little bit, so that's great. Yeah, so man, you can also view the podcast on Apple Podcast, and you can also view it on Spotify, DS, Google Play, and everywhere where you get your podcast at. In those platforms, it won't be a video. You can only view a video here on YouTube. Yeah, yeah. So today we ain't gonna be talking much uh, about Africa and stuff. We're now just gonna be talking about us as individuals. Man, us as Africans. I've just noticed something, man. That's something that is shocking. Something that is shocking, man. A video of this guy in the United States. Is a soldier, is a lieutenant. He's coming from work, driving his truck. You know what I'm saying, man? This thing, man, it's crazy. It's really crazy. I just saw this guy. He's bleeding. He's pleading for his life. He's calm and collected, and asking these stupid cops, what did I do? Why are you pulling me over for? And they don't give him a chance. They just howling him, just be saying, get out of the car, for no reason, man, for whatsoever. The guy is finally out, and then they are just handle him like a criminal. The whole lieutenant coming from work. So yeah, this guy is busy suing them. Yeah, you see what I'm saying. So I, that's not the topic I want to talk about, man. It's just the thing that just came to my mind. Seeing those kind of things just make me angry, man. Just make me angry. Midst of that, in the midst of that, we are still busy with the George Floyd saga, man. So I'm a little bit happy that this guy has been found guilty in all charges that he has been charged. That is all about that case. You know what I'm saying? So whatever has happened to George Floyd is not in vain, and I don't wanna be uh, putting it in a way that the guy who killed George Floyd, I do wish him ill. I do wish him that if they can sentence him death sentence and he dies, because no amount of time that he serves in prison can bring back George Floyd. He left his beautiful two kids and his beautiful family out there. You see, I've seen his brothers talking and his mother talking, trying to urge people not to get into crazy marches and crazy strikes and all that, vandalizing building riots and all that. So yeah, we're thankful for that family for being strong for him and enduring this kind of going through all these evidence that is being laid down in court and all that, man. So we say salute to that. We say salute. Finally, the justice has been served in a way. So we're still waiting for sentencing. We don't know. We might be happy that he's been found guilty in all counts, but then you find out that is being sentenced in all in 10 years in prison. That can happen, man. United States is crazy. It's crazy up there, man. Yeah, you see, while that is happening, United States, while that is happening, something else is happening on the other side. Last week, I think about Tuesday or something, or Thursday, a woman who's a police officer, a white police officer, a 13-year-old kid is running on the street. She's stopping. When you're about to stop and the kid stops, turning his back, she takes up a pistol, a gun, and while she's doing that, she's saying to the kids, I'm going to tase you. I'm going to tase you. You know what she does? She shoots him dead, 4 times, dead, totally dead, a kid. And you ask me what happened. She thought that the taser, it's a gun. How stupid can you be to not know where the taser stays and where the gun stays? Because the taser will be on your left hand and the gun will be on your right hand. For the fact that they look so similar, it's alarming. Why would they make them look so similar? A taser can be made into anything. It can be made into anything. It can be just a round thing or just something look like a stick and just press and tase. It doesn't have to look like a gun. Or it can be a little bit wider and another color, yellow or something. So that it can be different. Why do they want to make this kind of mistake happen? And then people would say, I thought it was a gun and actually get away with it. I hope she won't get away with it. She can't make those kind of mistakes. What if she meant to shoot this kid? Because who knows what happened? Who knows if she meant it or she didn't? You see, things that we always go throughout and through it all as Africans. These things are crazy, man. These are crazy. We just need to enjoy and make sure that whatever is happening, we just take it as it is and go with it. You need to be careful, man. To protect your life, you need to be careful. Just avoid anything that will involve police coming your way, because you don't know what might happen, what kind of mistake they would do. The mistake that maybe will end up causing you dead. You see, taking your life away from your kids, taking your life away from your children. So yeah, man. As I was saying, I wanted us to talk about now us as human beings in Africa, the amount of hate that we show each other day in and day out as Africans. I see those kind of terrible and horrific tweets that people would be tweeting Africans against another Africans, saying outrageous things about each other without even knowing the background of whatever is happening into other African countries. You see what is happening now. People they don't research. People they don't know what they are talking about. People they just talk. People they don't understand why would an African from Zimbabwe, an African from Malawi, an African from Kenya would be leaving their country and come and stay in South Africa, or go and stay in Nigeria, or go and stay in Morocco, or go and stay in Kenya, or go and stay in Egypt. They don't understand why would people live like that. They just leave their houses, leave their home where they grew up and experience life and experience fun with their families and just live. They don't understand. People are not living because they think in South Africa it's nice. They don't leave their country just because they think In Nigeria, it's nice. They leave their country because they want to survive. They leave their country because their country it's unbearable. They cannot live in the conditions that people are in and day out. The hunger is real in those countries. Going to sleep without something to eat is something that happens day in and day out in those countries. It's not a laughing matter. It's not something that we need to make jokes about on Twitter. It's not something that we need to make fun of when you see other people from African countries and call them names like Makurikwiri, like all these kind of things. We have real foreigners here who are coming from Europe. Real foreigners who are coming all the way from China, New Zealand, Australia, America. What do we call them? We call them say. You see the irony in that. It's alarming. And you find us as Africans holding other people who are coming from other countries responsible for crimes and corruptions that is happening among our streets, while those crimes and corruptions is not being done with those people alone, are done by our own brothers, and we turn blind eye on them because we call them our brothers and we call people from other African countries foreigners. How ironic is that? As Africans, we should strive to make sure that we are handling whatever is going on in house. We are handling our own problems in an African way. You know the term that is called Ubuntu. Ubuntu is it's a term that you cannot explain. It's beyond explanation. This is what we lack as Africans. This is what we used to have. This is what was taken advantage of by our white people when they came in the 1400s, when they started raiding up there in Africa. They took away that spirit of Ubuntu that we used to have as Africans throughout the years, coming from 16 centuries up to 20th century. Up until now, they are still taking that spirit of Ubuntu from us as Africans, and we've lost it completely now. We don't have it even for a little. We don't have Ubuntu, and we are lacking that. And by not having that kind of spirit of Ubuntu, now we tend to be animals among each other. It's like now we are vouchers, everyone is one for himself. And this is not how we were brought up to be as Africans. This is not how we were doing things as Africans. We've lost it all. And it's crazy and it's hard and it's sad that we've lost our own identity in this way. It's very sad, and it's we need to come back to our own senses, because some of our sisters and some of our brothers have had families with those people from outside. And imagine now the kids growing up in the streets, you calling their father or you calling their mother Ikwirikwiri. How are they supposed to feel? And their kids, and those kids are a friend of your kids, and without knowing, you just talking nonsense with your friends in front of the kids. Without knowing, you calling the kid that has came to visit your own kid, you're calling him a kurikwiri without knowing, because when you are watching these soapies and TV shows, you will be talking about makwecha, what is this kwecha doing, what is this kurikwiri doing, and the kids are growing up listening to that. It's like the same way that the racism is embedded in the white people's roots. Even their kids, they took it from their families. This is how our kids also take this kind of xenophobic slurs and xenophobic attacks towards other African brothers, because they are hearing these things are being said around the houses, around the braais, around family gatherings, even around schools, even teachers. They tend to use those kind of words around kids. So we need to try. We need to try as Africans to combat this this kind of behavior. We need to try to make sure that we don't treat each other like this as Africans. Together as Africans, we can do more. But if we divided, we fall. If we divided as we are, we fall. As we are, see, we are falling. None of African states are flourishing. We're just being kept at bay because we are not united. We don't have power, we don't have anything. We don't even have nuclear weapons in Africa. No one is allowing Africa to prosper. They limit everything because we are not united. If South Africa is saying no, we are not going to allow this to happen, the same people who are proposing that they want to build this thing in South Africa, they will go to Namibia and Namibia will say it's okay. Who's the fool now? But what do we have the African Union organizations for? For such things, that you explain to the leaders throughout Africa that the such and such came in and I said no. So I'm expecting everyone to say no. When we start now to march together singing one song, we eliminate all these kind of outsiders who are coming to take advantages of our resources in Africa. We eliminate all these kind of people who are taking chances. See how many states now have been taken over by Chinese in our noses. See how many towns that have been taken over by Chinese all over, especially here in the southern regions of Africa, in the places like Zambia, Tanzania, all these places, even here in South Africa, they are here. They are taking over bit by bit. They are taking over in a way. One of them is in the cabinet. There is a Chinese woman in the cabinet, in the state cabinet, in the state senate. If you are in America, I don't know what this cabinet is. In the state senate, there is one woman who's a Chinese who is there, who's deciding about South African affairs. And that woman is in charge of the. She took over from Jackson Mthembu, who was the minister in presidency, who very close to the president. So everything that is happening in there is being sent to China. So just imagine those things happening in front of our eyes, under our noses. We can see it all happening. We are doing nothing about it, man. It's crazy. It's really crazy. So yeah, man, without wasting any of your time, thanks for watching, and make sure that you do subscribe. Hit that notice button, alarm button, so that you can get more of our content as it comes. Make sure that you do check our podcast in Apple Podcasts and Spotify tiers, Google Play, all over where you get your podcast at. You can only watch it on YouTube. You can only listen in other platforms. Do check out my music, Maneza F8. Google on or that name, Maneza F8. My music will pop up. If you are using Spotify, Google Maneza F8. If you have iTunes, Google Maneza F8 on iTunes. Do search Maneza F8 and get my music and get my latest album. It's in there, and my few singles that I've released. Do enjoy them. Do rate the music. Do rate the podcast on those platforms. Follow the podcast on Spotify, and make sure that you make us trend and make us a little bit high on the ratings, so that we will get to be known by a broad number of people. Thank you for watching. Fikiria kwa undani. If you are struggling with whatever that you are struggling with, know that you're going to be okay. You know what we do. Take your 3 breath. Let's do it. And smile and say, I'm good.